And then you got the third division, and that consists of all the smaller schools. So the sectionals have been expanded. We'll talk about that later. Hilton will receive to start the game, and we'll see what this offense comes out with. Last year, Starwood was the quarterback. They didn't pass a whole lot, but Mike Sherwin broke his wrist in the third or fourth game of the year last year. So the paper reported this morning that they're looking at more of an air attack, Pat. So what do you think of that in terms of their success?
Well, I think we alluded to that a lot last season, as I think their running game was so strong that a good throwing game, really wasn't, necessary. They made it to the sectional finals, had a really strong season, had a chance to win the sectionals, but had a great showing all year. The increased throwing is only going to open.
Kept secret over the offseason and see what they do. They line up in a double tight end, split out Sherwin to the right, high backfield, and it looks like they pulled off Irondequoit. And this one, and that was going to be a run. They had two guys pulling. I see the state finals are in the Carrier Dome, so weather won't be a factor in that one. Streb on the counter, looks for some room. And we are minus one of our members, Eric Mezzofredi. Pat, where do you think Eric is?
I'm not even going to really go into that. I'm not sure where he could be. Eric.
It's a holiday weekend.
He's probably camping.
Probably camping. Second and 19.
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
He's going to be cold tonight. There's a pass to Sherwin. He's open. Makes a great catch, and he could make, and down at the 10-yard line. Tackled by number 22, Joel Barrett. And Pat, that is a very similar pass play we saw last year when Sherwin was healthy, and Tim Hughes, same number. And it's just a sprint on the left side. He lofts it up and lets him run underneath it. And I think we might even had some pass interference there on the Irondequoit defender. Sherwin still made the catch.
Starwell's got a great arm. All he had to do was just loft it up there, and Sherwin's a very, very good athlete. As you can see there, the ball is thrown a little bit behind him. He just jumped over the Irondequoit defender and took it away from him.
And there's a 1st and 10 at about the 10-yard line and another foot, so they can still get a first down without scoring. Streb powers his way down to the 2.
Came very close to throwing a costly interception there. Would have given Hilton a great field position.
Do they have in the grass up here at the high school level? I don't know. Quarterback, it's in a high snap. Sherwin's all over it. Drills him at the goal line. It's picked up by his teammate who runs it out to the 6. And I'm telling you, Mike Sherwin just laid out number 12, Cubby, he's just in some major pain right now. And he did all he could. That was a good job of him to do, not avoid the safety.
Yeah, I heard that one all the way up here. The whole crowd kind of erupted when he got hit there.
There was a Crumley-like sound when he gets popped there, And Irondequoit calls a timeout. Hilton now has a 1st and goal at 7 with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the first quarter. And mental miscues on Irondequoit and the physical mistake just moments ago of the high snap puts Hilton in good position to get more points.
I think the Hilton coaching staff, I'm sure they're definitely taking note, though. Irondequoit was throwing the ball pretty well there. They were moving the ball well. If it wasn't for a couple miscues, a few penalties, they'd still be moving the ball pretty well. Hilton's doing a good job, but I'm sure they're going to make note of that.
And when you have a young team, as Coach Lapani knows he has and is stated in the newspaper as well, it's nice to jump off these early leads in the first games to get these guys some points underneath their belt, so give them a little bit of breathing room, so give them confidence. And right now with that bad snap, I still can't get over that hit. That was awesome. It was just a boom. Sherwin must have bulked up over the offseason, because I didn't remember him being that powerful. There's Tim Starwell. He's going to be in. Nice block there by Tony Streb, leading the way. And Timmy Starwell's got his 2nd touchdown on the ball. Game 1 of the 1994 football season. Hilton leads 14-0. Starwell drops back to pass. The same play, running it under. Sherwin makes another great grab. He makes the transition while the ball's in the air and makes the move on the ball, makes the grab. Because to tell you the truth, the ball was thrown short. He just adjusted while it was in the air, the Irondequoit defender wanted to say he pushed me before he made the catch.
Yeah, well, that was Roy Hopkins back there, and all that he gave up there was about 4 inches, and Sherwin's long arms. Sherwin made a great adjustment on the ball. He saw it, came back for it. He had as much right to get after the ball as anybody else. His hands were never out. Just went up, grabbed it, and took it away from him.
Gain of 28, 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line of Irondequoit. Starwald. Oh, Eric, we got game going here again. Thank God. Our filler material, pretty lacking so far.
There's a gain of 3 on the Penfield Chiefs. We're looking at about 2nd and 7 at this point.
Ryan Elliott on the carry. All right, now we'll go 3 backs to cross. Now, Eric, is that your full house backfield, or is that the tee?
It looks like a tee to me. And there we go, a big hole.
Oh, watch out. Sheldon Kellum, he gets around Starwald. Sherwin strings him out to the sidelines, keeps a hold of him, and drags him down out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Big gain by Kellum.
Strong running by Kellum. A nice little forearm, stiff shiver right there along the sideline. Took him a long time to drag him out of bounds. Big gain of 41 yards, or like a 1st and 10 from the Penfield 48-yard line.
Pat, it appears as in this first half, Kellum is the man.
If it isn't for a couple of good pursuit, open field tackles by some of the Hilton secondary, he's breaking it loose for 6 there, Mike.
You have to go for the kick, or what are you going to do? From this point, you're looking at about a 37-yard field goal, all said and done, with Holder and to the post. I don't see any kicking game going into the field.
All I see is
going to be going for it, Mike.
Yeah, all I see is Mike Sherwin coming into the play. 4th and 5, the wide side of the field is to the right. The sweep hasn't been all that successful so far. However, the one-off tackle counterplay Wistrub has been. No, he's back to pass, slant across the middle to Sherwin, and depending on the spot, he may have enough for the first down.
He made it close. He made it close.
First down.
First down, Mike.
No, I think that's a pass that runs right to John Starwald's strength. Is that quick over the middle, that little 2-3 step drop that he can just fire over the middle to a tight end or a split end like that, and pick up 6, 7, 8 yards at a time. And he gunned it in there. It was a heck of a throw, a heck of a catch.
Yeah, I'd like to see that play more often. Not just the lob down the sidelines. Let Sherwin go across the middle. First down. Cromley dive play, and watch out.
Come on, Cromley,
down
hit
to the
that
5.
zone.
Forward for a gain of 5. Almost back to the original first down marker.
Number 83 for the Penfield Chiefs really pushed that one out to the
Brian
sideline.
Serafin.
Brian Serafin. And then Starwald just quickly cut it up the left-hand side, gain of 5 yards. But we're still down 10 yards, looking at 2nd and 10. I'd like to see a little pass play here, Mike, but I highly doubt it. I think we'll end up seeing Streb on a run, maybe to the wide-hand side of the field.
You know, they did have good success at the start of the half with Cromley just going right off a dive. Starwald's back to pass, looking
Oh my
and Sherwin
God,
is
it's
open.
in!
Wide open to score! A 21-yard touchdown pass from John Starwald to Mike Sherwin.
Here.
Pushes the Hilton
Hold on, here comes.
to 13-6.
That was just simply Mike Sherwin just run by the defender and just nicely laid out there by John Starwald. Sorry about that, John. Right into the wind even, and just a beautiful play all the way around.
And Eric's eating a hot dog, Pat, so 10 and a half a yard. So Hilton, as we said, likes to primarily use the strong running game, but they also do have a nifty passing game with Mike Sherwin and Bob Streb, their tight end. Tim Starwald occasionally flares out of the backfield to go out as a flanker and has done a good job catching a nice pass earlier this season. Starwald is back to pass, looking left, no one there, going back to his right. He's got Mike Sherwin on the right side, he's at the 10-yard line, and he makes the grab, and it is in bounds at the 10-yard line. Nice pass there by Tim Starwald.
And he had a lot of time.
John Starwald, excuse me.
A lot of time there. Dropped back, took like a nice 4 or 5 step drop, and
split backs in the backfield. Bendros lining up at a tight end position. What possible reverse fake to him? Schweiger looks to the left. He's buried as he throws the ball. And this one's all picked off by Mike Sherwin. And that was just a pounding taken on by Lou Schweiger by Mark Schemahorn. Hit him just as he released the ball. That ball just lofted up in the air. Sherwin made a nice pick.
Yeah, no matter what league you're in, Mike, that's the toughest pass to throw. That was all the way across the field for Schweiger. He's got a strong arm. I'm not going to knock his arm or anything, but geez, that's a tough throw. The wind's in his face, and Shermahorn was in his face also. Picked off by Sherwin.
See the coaches for Churchill telling him, get the ball there on the line. However, that's an awful hard toss as you just described. Hilton has a 1st and 10. Deadly field position for the Cadets with a first down at the 30. Starwald through the air, and he's going to test number 83 with Mike Sherwin, and that is another fine grab down to the 6-yard line. And I wish Eric Massapretti could be here because he says you guys don't pass enough. So far in this first quarter, 2 long completions to Mike Sherwin from John Starwald. Put him in 1st and goal position both times.
Yeah, and Mike Sherwin just going up and taking that away from the defender. Once again, we've seen him do that time and time again. He's a great athlete. Nice throw by Starwald. Now the wind's at their back. That's something they should probably take advantage of, and obviously they are, and they have been.
There was decent coverage by Chris Tomaszewski out there on Mike Sherwin, and just nice circus catch there by number 21, the senior. Tony will get the call, and he's hit by 72 this time. Makes a nice move to get around Ditcher, and he's on the right side. It's knocked out by Mike Sherwin at the 39-yard line. Churchville looking for a flag, but I don't think they're going to get one. That looked like he was still in bounds when he hit him. First big offensive.
Their formation ought to give it away. We'll see what they come out lined up in.
And it appeared early on that Hilton would control this game, but with special teams play by Greece Olympia and returns of kickoffs and punts and kickoff coverage are back in this ball game. 1st and 10 at the 28. Split back, Smith back to pass, looks left, lofts one up there. Good defense there by Mike Sherwin, the senior. Intended receiver was Konarski once again.
They were trying for that big play right off the bat. Very well defended by Sherwin.
I think you had a good point. You thought they'd go right to the pass. You know, let's say.
Defense, and there's a big hole there for Athena. Obviously, a lot of adjustments need to be made.
We've been hearing so much about this Greece Athena defense, but so far in their first 2 offensive plays, looking pretty sharp. Petiti splits left. Hagreen is back to pass, looking Petiti's way. Oh, but he hits his under receiver, Tim Bamford, for a good 20-yard gain. Another first down.
Yeah, Mike Sherwin in on the stop there, but a lot of poise out of Hagreen, rolling out to his left there and throwing a strike for a first down. They're looking pretty impressive here early on.
Offensively on that line is guard Greg Joy for Greece Athena, Mike Medichek, tackle Dave Houghton, guard Brian McCullough, tackle John Ahern, and tight end, as we previously mentioned, Tim Bradford. Fullback will be Greg Izzo, Mike McLaren the flanker, wide receiver Nick Petiti, and James Morris also getting time in the backfield. 1st and 15, Greece Athena. Hagreen gives to McLaren. Similar play, he made yards on the last time. Gets around Smith, and he's in the clear right now. Crumley chasing him. Sherwin bumps him out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. Woo! Greece Athena, they got some speed, Pat.
Yeah, right now they're having their way with the Hilton defensive line. That hole was big enough for 5-6 guys to run through, and he got around the corner, beat Jeff Smith to the corner, and Sherwin was lucky enough for Hilton that Sherwin was there to knock him out of bounds.
And the Hilton linebackers have to stay home here. They don't want to. But as usual, we promise the viewer more quality viewing. Steve Alberger doing the kicking for Greece Athena. Streb and Tim Starwald are back to receive. Line drive taken nicely by Sherwin at the 25. Bursts right up the middle of the field and gets up to the 40-yard line, tackled by
Mike Sherwin on the carry, 8 of 13, first down Hilton.
Greg Joy.